Just got done with season 4 of Fargo.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers, right? So we could just talk freely without, oh shit, we shouldn't say that yet. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, right? And when you started watching, we've watched Fargo as it's come out from season 1.
Yeah.
You like
All
the
4
movie?
seasons.
You like the movie?
I love the movie, yeah.
Love the movie.
Yeah.
So you saw Fargo, you're like, oh, insta watch.
Yeah.
All right. Were you disappointed by any season in particular? Was some seasons better than others?
Yeah, I think I liked season 1. I think followed pretty closely to the movie, or a very similar time frame. Season 2 was set in the 70s, which we're rewatching because, I guess spoiler alert, because Satchel, Chris Rock's kid in season 4, grows up to be Mike Milligan in season 2. So we're rewatching season 2 right now, which I like it. It's set in the 70s. The characters they have are very interesting. I don't quite remember season 3, so we might have to rewatch that one too.
Yeah, I don't remember season 3 that much either.
But season 4, I don't know. The time period is really hard because it's during the civil rights era, and like, what's happening, so it's hard to rewrite history, and it just kind of felt like it was two different sides, like first the Italian and the Irish, and then the Italians versus Chris Rock and his gang. And it wasn't very interesting, it was just people sitting back and sitting across from each other, killing different members of their gangs, and that was really, and just fighting. But I
remember you saying that you felt it didn't feel like the normal Fargo type of stuff.
No.
It felt more like something you'd seen before.
Yeah. Again, it's hard to tell a different story when it's set in the 1950s, late 1950s, early 1960s.
I mean, all of it is based in history and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah. I think that they spent too much time worrying about the rival gangs, and the most interesting part was the nurse who was killing people.
I don't know, but the thing with the nurse is that I don't think they had enough there to really flesh her out more.
Yeah, but
on the other side,
they could have written more.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the nurse was really interesting.
She was really interesting.
And
I
then
thought so too.
the two women, the escaped convicts, that was an interesting thing. I wish they portrayed that a little bit more, but it seemed like it was just kind of a subplot, because they kind of sort of interacted with, the husband and wife, with Esmeralda, the little girl,
Ethelrida. Yeah.
Ethelrida, and that was her aunt. And then Timothy Oliphant's character. I mean, it just felt like it was sort of stitched in as an afterthought almost, because it didn't seem like any of it really mattered to the the main plot, which was the rival gangs. Maybe I'm looking at it a wrong way or something, but it just felt like it was the worst season. I mean, strong acting performances, Chris Rock was great, and Jason Schwartzman was interesting to play the upcoming mob boss, so to speak, but just lackluster.
Yeah, they touched on, with Chris Rock, they touched on a lot of interesting stuff, things he's building or working towards not working out for him, when he did the credit card stuff, and he tried to sell the idea to the bank, and then they just took it for themselves, and later on, his operation getting taken out from under him.
Yeah.
Which you kind of see a little bit of that. You kind of see that in season 2 with the Gerhardts.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's the same group that took over, what's his character, Lloyd Cannon's operation, if that's the same group that recruited his son now.
Yeah.
And they're, going around the place just, stuck us up. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But another thing you pointed out was that after seeing Satchel into season 2, like that tie-in, like, oh, he's grown up and he's this character.
Mm-hmm.
And you said there was somebody from season 1 that was in, like there's more things where there's somebody from one season that appears in another season, either older or younger.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah, it's a nice way for them to tie it together because they kind of jump around from different time periods. The thing I did like about season 4 was the very Fargo death. Like,
deaths, plural?
Well, no, the very specific one where the Irish kid who escapes with Satchel, he goes out to get the kid, like, something for his birthday, like a cupcake or something.
Irish kid? That was a grown man.
Okay, the Irish grown man. So
that dude was in Code Atlas.
Who the fuck remembers Code Atlas?
I remember Code Atlas because I love Code Atlas.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, but he goes to the pull station, the gas station, and he stumbles upon that like shootout kind of thing.
Yeah.
And instead of getting shot and dying that way, he gets swept up in a tornado, which is like, very Fargo like in season
real cinematic too.
Yeah, like in season 2, we just started it in like the opening episode. I think it's Rory Culkin or one of the Culkin brothers. Follows the judge to the diner and then shoots up everybody. And then, the woman escapes and has to, the waitress escapes and has to shoot him. But then as he's like fleeing, because he's got a stab wound, he gets hit by a car, and then the people who, hit him, kill him, It's just funny. Like
self-defense. It was self-defense.
Self-defense, yeah. I mean, those I like. Those I appreciate because, it's kind of like, M. Night Shyamalan's got his twist endings or, his like twists.
I get you. I mean, they did have
Fargo's
some of those.
like...
They did have some of that in 4 too. Where at the end with the brother and he trips.
Oh yeah, and then he shoots himself. Yeah, that's right. There was another one.
So I think they were setting up a lot of stuff, but it wasn't as gripping the whole way through.
No.
As some of the other seasons, because they spent a lot of time setting a lot of stuff up, like, hey, this is going on, hey, this is here. If it was truncated a bit, it's like, okay, we're familiar with this, whatever. They made the decisions and stuff like that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. But I really liked that at the end they did that tie-in, so it got me interested to watch season 2 again to see like the growth of a character in a way. Yeah. So I gotta look at some stuff. Did you remember if they would do the season 5 or if this was the last season they were gonna do?
I know the creator had ideas for season 5, but I don't think it got renewed for a 5th season.
Okay.
At least not with like the
current setup.
Yeah, the company or the TV channel that it's on. Like, sometimes like it doesn't get renewed with, say it's on Fox, but like
somebody else picks
ABC
it up.
Picks it up, yeah,
Like Arrested Development getting picked up by.
Terrible. I'm glad they got everybody back, but like at what cost?
You're not a fan?
No. The original 3 seasons were great. Then they did the movie. What was it, a movie? It was 2 seasons and it was terrible. So case closed.
Case closed.
I mean, there were good aspects because they got a lot of cameos and stuff back too, but
man, lost the magic.
Lost the magic.
All right. Well, Fargo. Hey, man, I think it's interesting. I do like the tie-in. I think it adds more to season 4. I mean, I don't know if it felt a little bit. It reminded me of how the Avengers thing got started with the first Iron Man movie. And at the end of fuck off.
I love all of those movies.
Yeah, you've seen none of them. So I think you have seen some.
I've seen the Iron Man ones.
Okay.
And some that you've made me watch.
Made you watch? Wow. I definitely
watching Marvel movies.
It's like the starter robot chicken with the eyes open inside and strapped onto the chair.
Exactly what's happening.
Yeah, sure. Is that what happened with Lord of the Rings too? Is that how you watch Lord of the Rings? All right, whatever. Catch you next time.
Bye.